Hello everyone. Now we will discuss one of the very important chapter in general pathology, Neoplasia. In the first lecture, we will discuss about the various nomenclature we are going to use throughout the chapter. So first is Neoplasia. What is Neoplasia? So Neoplasia, the word stands for new growth, and by definition the growth is uncoordinated, uncontrolled with that of normal tissue and persist even after the stimulus that caused that change has been ended, meaning an uncontrolled, uncoordinated growth that persists even after the cessation or termination of the growth stimulus, known as neoplasia. Neoplasm can be benign or malignant. So, what is benign neoplasm? A benign neoplasm is a non-cancerous growth that does not invade nearby tissue or spread to other parts of the body. This spread of other parts of the body is known as metastasis. So benign neoplasm is a non-cancerous growth which does not invade or destroy a nearby tissue or spread to distant body parts. Normally the cell morphology or tissue architecture in benign tumor is resemble more or less the normal tissues or cell morphology. Now malignant neoplasm. So malignant neoplasm are the cancerous neoplasm that exhibit uncontrolled growth. They have an aggressive behavior and ability to invade neighboring tissue, and they can metastasize to distant organs. The term cancer is used for malignant tumors only. Now another term is Hamartoma. Hamartoma is basically a type of benign tumor, a benign tumor-like growth. They are abnormal mixture of tumors, abnormal mixture of cells and tissue at the normal site. They usually are developmental anomaly. And a similar term is choriostoma. They are also a benign tumor. They basically the normal tissue which is located on the abnormal position. For example, respiratory tissue present on GIT or vice versa. There is no abnormality in this tissue, but the site is abnormal in choriostoma. Now another very important term is dysplasia. Dysplasia is abnormal growth or differentiation of cell, and this is a precancerous condition. And dysplasia can be graded from mild to severe. The more severe the dysplasia, it is more closer to the malignancy. Another term is Anaplasia. There is loss of differentiation in neoplastic cells. This is one of the feature of a cancerous cell. The cells in anaplasia are pleomorphic, meaning the cells are of variable size and shape. They have hyperchromatic nuclei with increased nuclear chromatin and high NC ratio. The size of the nucleus is increased. So for understanding, we can see cells of variable shape and size with high NC ratio, meaning the size of the nucleus is increased from the normal, and hyperchromatic nuclei, increased nuclear chromatin due to the increased cell division and increased proliferative index of the cell. Now, what is differentiation? Every cell of body acquire a unique characteristic that define their role in the body. For example, muscle cell develop in different shape and structure which is suited for the contraction. Nerve cell develop in a special structure to serve its function, and likewise epithelial cell develops in a special structure and various shape to cover the surface epithelia. Process of differentiation is regulated by specific genes, and the loss of differentiation, which is known as anaplasia, is a feature of malignancy. Normal cell first converted into the dysplastic cell, after the dysplasia there is anaplasia, and finally development of cancer. So this is the sequence of events when a normal cell develop into a malignant one or in cancer cell. Now we will briefly discuss about the basic differences between benign and malignant tumor or neoplasm. So characteristic, in first column we have characteristic, benign and malignant tumor. So the differentiation or anaplasia, benign tumor are well differentiated, there is no anaplasia, and in malignant tumor there is lack of differentiation or anaplasia is there. Rate of growth, benign tumors are usually grow slowly and progressively, but the malignant one, they may be grow slowly, or there can be a very fast growth in malignant tumor. Local invasion, benign tumors do not invade the surrounding tissue. Malignant tumors are locally invasive. Metastasis is absent in benign tumor and it's present in the malignant tumor. So metastasis and anaplasia are the very characteristic sign of malignant tumor. Some of the benign tumor can destroy the local tissue due to their excessive size, and there are some examples like they can exhibit metastasis like feature in benign tumor, like in endometriosis. Now we will see development of cancer. A basic diagram how a normal cell converted into a heterogeneous cancer cell. As we can see, there is a normal cell. Whenever the cell exposed to carcinogen, they induce some mutation. After the exposure, this normal cell initiated precursor with stem cell like property. After the additional driver mutation, this cell converted into a founding cancer cell with additional mutation and emergence of subclone. This founding cancer cell can give rise to a genetically heterogeneous cancer. As we can see, first there is an initiating mutation in the normal cell. Then after this initial mutation, there will be acquisition of the cancer hallmarks that we will discuss in the next lecture. What are the cancer hallmarks? And after acquisition of these cancer hallmarks, there will be further genetic evolution. As we can see, from normal cell to genetically heterogeneous cancer cell, there will be accumulation of driver and passenger mutation throughout this process. So genetics plays an important role, or we should say mutation play an important role in development of cancer. So this is a basic introduction of neoplasia, in which we have covered nomenclature, difference between benign and malignant tumor, and basic about the development of cancer. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the molecular basis of the cancer and hallmarks of cancer. Thank you.